To see you this morning. What we need to know is that we're broadcasting in about a minute. We're going to start. Here comes the Casper. Here comes the Casper. Come on, big boy. Come on, there the boy. There you are. There's the Casper. Here's the coffee. We're getting close here. Good morning, everybody. We're looking to see if we can stream or restream here. Come on, baby. Let's see if you're getting up there. Not seeing it yet. Come on. We're rolling. It says we're rolling here. I'm not seeing anything. That doesn't mean that much. We're glad to see you this morning. Welcome to Coffee with Casper. We got about a minute to go. I am looking forward to seeing something on here. I am not seeing anything. Let's go there. Okay, we are running. Okay. Says we're running, says everything's going. I'm just not seeing anything yet on Facebook. Here we go. Come on, Facebook. Well, if you're checking in, I'm still not getting any images. I hope you're getting images. I don't know. This is the thing about this self-made technology. You're not looking at an engineer. I count on this stuff to work. But it says it's working. And it says it's 8:30. So I'm going to be looking for you on Facebook and wait for it to come up, and we're just going to proceed. So everybody, let's take a deep breath in. Let that breath rise up into your heart center. And then give your body permission to relax. We're just going to spend this next 20 minutes together in an opportunity to look at what's happening in our world and in our lives and see what we as light workers around the world can do to help make things better. I have no idea why I'm not getting any images live on Facebook. All right, well, we'll proceed, but I presume that you're there. Put your posts up on Facebook, because when it does get up there, for some reason the technology is dragging this morning, but when I do get a live image, I'll be able to see who's with us today. But right now, I'm not seeing anything, but I hope it's working. I have done the same procedures as usual. All righty, my friends, good morning, good morning. So today I thought what we would talk about is sort of it came to my awareness that there's a word in the race of the English language that has been misinterpreted, and it's actually it's a spiritual word if we use it properly, and the word is intention. And I'll give you the definition of intention is a thing intended, an aim or a plan. The other word for intention, which would be a good way to see it, is the healing process of a wound has an intention. The healing process of the womb of any wound, any cut, any abrasion, any damage, the healing process has an intention. And the intention is that, we're getting some messages here. That's good news. Oh, we're up. There we go. We got somebody up. Nope, that's an old one. Okay. I have no idea why I can't see you guys this morning, but we will figure it out along the way. I have faith. I have faith, and I'm going to believe that we're broadcasting. I don't know why I can't see you yet. So a healing process of a wound has an intention. All healing wounds have an intention. The intention is to move toward wholeness. Healing is the revelation of wholeness, a wholeness that's already there. So if we look at that second definition of intention, we see that the universe, by means of a constant intention, moves always toward healing. So when you and I have intention, which means a thing intended or an aim or a plan, when you and I have an intention, it's not a passive thing. It's not like I had an intention and the intention went away. We need to be mindful of our intentions and carry our intentions literally in our heart flame, in our heart center. Those intentions become a way for us to steer, for us to use the compass to steer. And I don't know if I should push restart again or what, guys. I think we're out there. It says we're already going for 5 minutes, so I'm just going to presume that this is going to get up there. So here's what I wanted to talk about, how each of us, in the midst of this changing time, can use the active reality of our intention as a compass, as a way to steer, as kind of a honing device toward our destination. And really, the destination, you are not streaming on Facebook. I'll be darned. Okay, I got that word. I'm going to try again. Let's see what's going on. Are we streaming? We are streaming probably on YouTube. I don't know what's happening with Facebook. I will have to talk to my tech people and find out what happened. I am not aware of what's happening, but I'm glad somebody's hearing me. If you go to YouTube, you will find us. That is really strange. I don't know why we are not streaming. It's the same method as always. And so I apologize. So I don't know what to tell you. But it's going out there. Episode 46 is being recorded. If you are getting this, what we ask you to do with this is share it. So let's go back to what we're talking. Thank you, Missy, for letting me know. I don't know why we're not streaming, but we are active now. I don't know. Okay. So let's get back to what we're talking about. So using this idea, so here we are in this change of time, this sort of great reset in the human condition, learning how we can adjust and where we're going. One of the things I have noticed in my life as a teacher is that oftentimes when people are facing, looking at the end of their lives, there's a discussion about purpose and why we are not on purpose. Or I don't know what my purpose is. Or I don't know if I've fulfilled my purpose. And this is where the activity of intention can very much help us. I'll give you an example. So if we're holding an intention in our heart, so one of my intentions, certainly and my wife and I both are in this intentions, one of our intentions is that our children know who we are, that our grandchildren know who we are, that we're just not just a memory, but they know us. So that means when there's opportunity to spend time with the grandchildren, we have an intention to do that. Now, my other children are, my grown children are in their 30s, raising families. And as you might remember, if you ever raised a family, you're very busy at that time in your life, and you can't always make a schedule to see the grandparents. We work on doing that, and sometimes we have to go impromptu. Now we're coming back, the kids are going back into sports and baseball and their activities, and so we have to adjust our schedule to be with them, yes? And so sometimes we may be driving toward home, and Missy is telling me something. What do you got, Missy? I am on YouTube. Well, that is weird. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. You got to go to YouTube right now to find Coffee with Casper. I will find out why it didn't go up on both channels today. So if I have an intention that my grandchildren know me, and the schedules are not always open, and we may be driving we thought we were going to a restaurant thing, and then somebody will call and say, oh, we're available, we can play today. Well, then we change course. We move in the direction of our intention, which is to be with the grandchildren so that the grandchildren have an opportunity to know their grandparents. So this is true about anything that is in our lives, whether it's our direction of health, whether it's about our abundance consciousness, whether it's about our relationships, or whether it's about purpose. Even if we are not conscious of what our purpose is, we can steer toward it by feeling into what is it we're intending to do. For example, one of my intentions is to be a beneficial presence. Now, do you see that intention it's not like I had that intention and then it went away. The intention is there for me to pay attention to. This is my own intention, to be a beneficial presence. Well then, how are you being out in the world? How are you being with the souls you're interacting with, even if they're souls that are part of what we call essential workers, that are helping you with your groceries or making sure the gas station's opening or being able to service your car? What is your intention as you're in interaction with all people, not just people who are of service to you, but all people? Are you bringing forth this intention? Am I bringing forth this intention to be a beneficial presence? Am I actually listening with focus? Am I looking people in the eye? Am I honoring who they are? Because one of the best ways to be a beneficial presence is to honor the person who's in your space, whoever that is in your space, whether it's an intimate friend, whether it's your lover, whether it's your husband, your wife, it doesn't matter, or whether it's an essential worker who is simply serving you in this particular time. Can we recognize that each and every soul is whole and complete in purpose, and then move our actions to match our intentions? You see, the intention becomes an active force. And if we begin to pay attention to what we're intending, then we can begin to determine whether we are actually doing that or not. Yes? Whether we are actually moving in the direction of our intention. And if we bring that to our awareness, then we will adjust course. And you will find that if you begin to adjust your actions to match your intentions, that you are being steered in the direction of fulfillment. Because each one of us is free to set our own intentions. That's the thing intended, the aim or the plan. And then we are free to pay attention to those intentions and then move our actions in the direction of that intention. And do you see how every time we do that, because though that intention that we're holding in our heart, not just in our mind, but in our heart, the more we hold that intention, the clearer it becomes, and the clearer it is for us to be able to steer in the direction of our intention. Is that making sense? So when we become aware of what am I seeking, what am I intending in the direction of health? I'm intending to be radiant, vibrant, dynamic health. I'm intending to be youthful and exuberant. I'm intending to have strength and stamina, right? Then we have to move our actions in that direction. So if you want strength and stamina, you got to get up and move. If you want to be breathing in fresh air, you got to get up and move. So we match our intention, our actions to our intention. And that's why we hear in the race culture this idea, very good. Very nice. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate that. If you go to Creative Enhancement, you can click on there and you'll catch us YouTube live. Again, there's something wrong with the system that's broadcasting on both channels today. I don't know what that is, and we will look into it. But Coffee with Casper is right now broadcasting on YouTube live. And if you go to Creative Enhancement or newthought.com, you will find the link to social media. It'll take us right to the YouTube page. Thank you for letting me know, Missy. I sure appreciate that. So this is where we want. If you're wanting to fulfill your purpose and you don't know what your purpose is, then what we can do is adjust ourselves and become conscious of our intentions. What am I seeking to do in health? What am I seeking to do around my abundance consciousness? Meaning, I can't just do affirmations and expect that I'm going to get wealthy. I'm going to have to do the affirmations. Good and more good is mine. Everywhere I look, I see this good. I feel this good. I'm going to have to become active in looking and sensing and feeling the good, and then steering in the direction of that intention. So if I'm looking for abundance consciousness, I have to be grateful for all the good that's mine, practice that gratitude, and stretch in the direction of creating the visualizations, the visioning around what it is that I really mean by wealth consciousness, what I want, how much good I want flowing through me in every area of my life, right? And then move in the actions. When the email comes in, or an opportunity to take a meeting, or an idea can be expanded on, then we move in the direction of that intention. And when we use intention as an active force, paying attention to what each one of us is intending, and then move our actions in that direction. Yes? I'm seeking to be a beneficial presence. So I'm seeking then to allow my intention to be clear, and then making sure that I am, in fact, practicing out in the world being a beneficial presence. The more I practice bringing the light, sharing the light, honoring the other people, the more light comes to me, the more light comes to those who are in the arena of my experience, and the more I am guided into the fulfillment of my purpose. Each one of us has a right to comfortably live our lives and fulfill our purpose. This idea of suffering and repentance and all of this weird stuff that got into our non-deservingness, right? That somehow we didn't believe that we were born in the image of the One. We didn't believe that the begotten self, this Christ consciousness, this Atman awareness, this Buddha self would be me. Each one of us has this at the level of the high self, because at the level of the I am that I am, we are all created equally, and completely given the allness of life, and therefore the freedom to measure it out to ourselves at the level of our own belief. Wow, we measure out freedom to ourselves at the level of our own belief. How deserving am I of this good? How deserving am I of this radiant expression of health? How deserving am I of my creativity flowing through me and bringing back to me good, that what comes through me flows out in the world, becomes tangible, becomes marketable, becomes usable in the world, and my business consciousness flows. My safe consciousness, I choose to be guided, guarded, directed, protected, knowing that white light covers and surrounds me, and nothing but good can come to me. And I move in the direction of what brings more light, what brings more love, what brings more joy, what brings more freedom, what brings more of what the vernacular is now, positivity that we bring into the world, right? Because the more of this I generate, the more of it that comes back to me. And do I intend to be a light worker in the world? Do I intend to bring more awareness into the world? Do I intend to bring more awareness into my own consciousness? Am I tuning in? Am I waking up and greeting the day? What is my intention about this new day? That's why I always say, don't get out of bed until you can greet the day. Meaning, establish that this is the day that you're going to be alive, awake, aware, joyful, and enthusiastic about living. This is the day that I'm going to move in the direction of my dreams. This is the day that I'm going to follow my intentions and match them with my actions. So intention is not a passive thing. It's not like I intended something and then it happened. No, I intend something and then I constantly move in the direction of my intentions. Yes? And this is how we move into a life of purpose and meaning. And trust me, a life of purpose and meaning is a lot more fulfilling because you are anchoring yourself on that divine pattern of the self, of this I am that I am, of this wholeness that I am in the name of God. And I'm taking my personality up to my high self and beginning to live truly, authentically in tune with my own nature. The more I live truly, authentically in tune with my own nature, the higher up the spiral I will go. The more into my own divinity, into this call of my high self, that I shall be one with it and that we shall walk together, that the divine and I shall walk together as the expression of my life. This is my intention, and then I move in the direction of my intention. This thing that you're holding, this active thing called intention, is a honing device toward your own fulfillment. And so let us this week become clear about what we are intending in these 4 areas of life: health, wealth, love, that would be relationship, and purpose. That I came from the light, I put on a coat of skins, I will return for the light, I will return in purpose, fulfilled. Eureka, I have found it. Eureka, I have found it. I have found the I am that I am. I have found the path where the divinity of my own nature guides me in my humanity and my expression of my personal self to allow me to become authentic and fully alive. The great mystic said that the joy of God is a human being fully alive. A human being fully alive. That's what each of us can be. Sorry about the Facebook mess up today. We will work with the tech peeps. Glad you saw us on YouTube. Spread the video wherever you can, and spread the word that we are a humanity waking up, and that good and more good is bursting into the human condition, not only into my life, but bringing forth a world that works for everyone. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way.